Ilhan Omar has been voted off the Foreign Affairs Committee in, of course, an unsurprising yet still very frustrating GOP House decision. She withstands the most attacks. It was already wild that she was on the Foreign Affairs Committee. That was definitely a Nancy Pelosi thing for sure, in spite of like all of Nancy Pelosi's like awful shortcomings and being a horrible monster in general. That was definitely something that she allowed the squad to do, especially as a green representative, right? AOC popped off. I know we're going to get to that in a second, but here are some of the more details.
This debate today, it's about who?
Yeah, Black History Month started off strong, folks. Started off very, very strong, you know?
It's to be an American. What opinions do we have to be counted as Americans? This is what this debate is about, Madam Speaker. There is this idea that you are a suspect if you are an immigrant, or if you are from certain parts of the world, or a certain skin tone, or a Muslim. It is no accident that members of the Republican Party accused the first Black president, Barack Obama, of being a secret Muslim. Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy?
By the way, I mean, she has to like hold firmly because the Democratic caucus is, supposed to defend her in this circumstance. But make no mistake, okay? The Democratic Party has routinely attacked Ilhan Omar just as much as the Republicans have, okay? They are just as awful as the Republicans are. They used to constantly throw her under the bus. They absolutely, at a time when like Donald Trump was basically showing her face on jumbotrons and rallies where they were like calling for her head, the Democratic Party regularly fed into that mania and said that she was anti-Semitic and she didn't actually deserve her committee positions either. Okay? So remember that. Ilhan Omar, straight up, is the bravest member of Congress. I've said this before. Her and Rashida Tlaib especially as well. These people are getting attacked regularly by their own allies. Ilhan Omar, as a refugee that came to this country, as a Muslim woman who wears the hijab, and as a progressive, has been called insane. Like, Tucker Carlson afforded time on the most popular news broadcast to this incredibly insane theory that she had married her brother. Like, I cannot understand how that is allowed in any country in general. And of course, the new Democratic leader is not going to stand up. Hakeem Jeffries is not going to stand up, in my opinion, for Ilhan Omar. Jeffries on GOP effort to remove Ilhan Omar from foreign affairs. Representative Omar has made mistakes. She has used anti-Semitic tropes that were clearly unequivocally condemned by House Democrats when it took place 4 years ago. But what is going to take place on the floor today is not a public policy debate. It's not about accountability. It's about political revenge. Told you.
I am an American. An American who was sent here. An American who was sent here by her constituents to represent them in Congress. A refugee who...
The irony, of course, is that like Marjorie Taylor Greene way more recently said actually anti-Semitic shit, like Jewish space lasers caused the California wildfires. And because she's Kevin McCarthy and, of course, a Republican, more importantly than that, she gets to sit on committees, which is wild, okay?
Someone who spent her childhood in a refugee camp. Someone who knows what it means to have a shot at a better life here in the United States, and someone who believes in the American dream and the American possibility and the promise and the ability to participate in the democratic process. That is what this debate is about. There is an idea out there that I do not have objective decision making because of who I am, where I come from, and my perspective. But I reject that. We say there is nothing objective about policymaking. We all inject our perspective, our point of views, our lived experiences, and the...
I hate Marjorie Taylor Greene too, but isn't it a bit misogynistic to say she's McCarthy? No. You know why? Because it's true. And also, it's not even about Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's more of a stain. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene has leveled up in that situation. That's a benefit for her. It's more of a stain on Kevin McCarthy's otherwise, I guess, stainless reputation.
I will continue to speak up for little kids who wonder who's speaking up for them. I will continue to speak up for families around the world who are seeking justice, whether they are displaced in refugee camps or they are hiding under their beds somewhere like I was, waiting for the bullets to stop. The 9-year-old me would be disappointed if I didn't talk about the victims of conflict, those that are experiencing unjust wars, atrocities, ethnic cleansing, occupation, or displacement like I did. They are looking to the international community and the United States, asking for help. I didn't come to Congress to be silent. I came to Congress to be their voice. And my leadership and voice will not be diminished. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been.
I was tweeting. I said, bro, Congress people see your tweets. Yeah, I want them to. I said, you're having sex with Marjorie Taylor Greene and gave her committee positions after she said Jewish space leaders are responsible for wildfires. Shut your you Google. This is what Twitter is for, dude. What do you mean? You can't. It's a perfect tweet. I see nothing wrong with this tweet. It's absolute fire, and it's true. So, and it needed to be said. If you can't bully Congress people, what the can you do in this day and age? God damn it.